Hello all, welcome to CRISIL Ratings Podcast on retail malls. Shopping malls have been recovering faster after the second wave, supported by rapid easing of restrictions. The median closure period for malls in the top 8 cities was 7 to 8 weeks, compared with 13 to 14 weeks during the first wave. Further, retail sales in malls have already reached 55 to 60% of pre-pandemic run rate in the first month after reopening. It took around 4 to 5 months to reach to this level after the first wave. Improving consumer sentiment driven by faster vaccinations, pent-up demand, and discount sales by major retailers have contributed to the recovery. Tenant categories such as apparels, cosmetics, electronics, and luxury account for around 75 to 80% of rental revenue of mall owners. Recovery in these categories is expected to be healthy, and consequently, rental waivers for these categories will be lower. Other categories such as food and beverage, cinema, and family entertainment centers are expected to see only a gradual recovery. Such segments will also suffer from capacity loss due to shutdowns, and they may increasingly adopt a higher revenue share model for most part of the current fiscal. This will moderately affect mall rentals. The pace of recovery will be mixed across geographies depending on the knock-on effect of the pandemic. Malls in the southern states and Maharashtra would take longer to recover compared with those in the north. Overall, rental revenue for mall owners is seen clawing back to 80 to 85% of pre-pandemic levels this fiscal, compared with 55 to 60% last fiscal. Any intense third wave in the third quarter leading to closure of malls may pose up to 10% contraction in rental revenue estimates, given that it is generally the most productive period for malls. The debt service coverage ratio will continue to be below 1 time for most mall owners this fiscal, indicating a dip in their liquidity reserves for debt servicing. Liquidity, which was equal to 6 months of debt servicing obligations at the start of this fiscal, is expected to shrink by 1 to 2 months. That said, the strong sponsors and their ability to raise equity or refinance debt will continue to support the credit profile of CRISIL rated malls. While the performance of malls may remain subdued in the near term, investor confidence seems to have improved, as reflected in equity investments and outright asset purchases. This reinforces healthy long-term prospects for the sector. With this, we come to the end of this podcast. Thank you for listening in and stay safe.